If you was to ask me overall what vibe was I going for, I've got no idea. I started with that keyboard thing. It was giving me like, I don't know, dark, distant vibes. How I was gonna turn that into something that felt like a summer track. As time went on, I felt the pressure of the clock and I just wanted to make sure we had something by the end. But more so for the sake of having completed a little sketch today, banking that and saying that is practice. And then the next day we do the same thing. And then I'm gonna wipe my nose first. I'm gonna randomize the velocity range by like 10. Nice. Tips to help you guys improve. How could I forget? That's what you're here for, right? I know you wanna get better at making music. So tip number one, when you're producing and you're layering instruments, try to group them into an instrument rack instead of having them as separate tracks. You get just as much flexibility to shape the sound when it's in an instrument rack, but it takes up less space in your arrange window. And when you bounce and flatten the track, the sounds will be smushed together. Just drop that in there, moving quick. And obviously some shaper on that, come on now. Freeze that. Cool, I'm gonna take some of the elements from the keyboard and put it in the bass. For basses, we're gonna go with, let's put this video game on. Obviously I think we're going to put the saturate on top, but the kind that really makes you hear the top part of the sub. Let's go with that one. That's better. That harmony was way too loud. Here, synth, that's like... Tip number two, definitely use the scale feature in the piano roll. When you kind of know what key your sample is in or the melodies that you've played is in, you can lock that clip to that key and then it becomes much easier to program music that sounds right harmonically. Especially when you don't have a MIDI keyboard like me and you're just trying to use the laptop as your instrument. I am a piano player and so there's a big learning curve for me to just dotting in notes with the damn mouse cursor. We're doing drums last today, why not? Effects. I like that, but I really like that, but obviously in key, right? Tip 3, at the moment I like this idea of having a drum rack for different effects because it only takes up one track in the arrange window, and as you're creating any effects you like, you can just drag them in there and you'll get like at least 16 right in your face that you can use. It's easy to manipulate them and change them in the simpler. At the moment I think it's a really quick way and efficient way of getting your effects into your track. I may change this because I'm always updating my strategies, but for now it works. I like that a lot. It's already in key. Capcom. It's moody. Why has it always got to be dark? It's a hot summer's day and I'm producing the most darkest stuff. Drum time. Let's go to dirty. Then in terms of percussion, I think it was in acoustic, there was Foley stuff. Tip number 4 would have to be, please, when you're producing, use drum racks. Loading up 16 samples at once is just a win for everybody. I've got a custom rack called EDM Trap Kits, and it works for EDM Trap and normal trap. And so when you load up 16 sounds, you're not really worried about do these sounds work together. It's just bam, all the sounds work and you can start programming. If it wasn't for that, there's no way I can make music under this kind of time pressure. This way you're able to get a bunch of sounds ridiculously quickly, and hopefully they should all be to your taste because you made these racks yourself. And then what we can do here is start drawing smaller divisions. Quick way to get the pitch. Yeah, transpose. Show me the money. I don't think I got any more tips. If I had to give you one more tip, what would it be? Because I know you want one more. You greedy mother. It's time. Just switch up that last one. My last tip would be, obviously the whole reason why we're doing this video is to sketch out an idea, save it, and come back to it at a later date. Now, what you don't want to do is spend that whole time on one sound, because you're not creating music or song or a vibe, you're just creating a sound design. But if you're trying to get better at creating, I guess, 8-bar loops or the bases for songs, you have to try and get all the elements of a song as quickly as you can and do that as many times as you can. And then over time, the process of creating these kind of foundational ideas will be so quick for you. If you want more inspiration for making your own music, make sure you click this playlist here. And if you want samples for causing trouble, check the link in my description. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.